Welcome to the Two Chicks Homestead podcast. We are the two chicks. Yay!
Hi, I'm Nate.
And I'm Erin, and we talk about homesteading and living on a small piece of land.
All right, everyone, welcome to episode 96, May 15th, 2024.
Yep.
Halfway through this month.
Yeah.
The oldest is gonna be
11,
like, soon.
a couple days.
They need to stop growing.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's okay.
Yeah, that's true. So, but yeah, it's looking forward to that this next week, because I get vacation next week. Nice time off and hang out and go do some fun stuff.
Yep.
So we'll talk about all that fun stuff next week. So, but we want to do recap the event.
Yes.
Are you still tired from the event?
I am still very tired. I think it's more of a mental tired.
Yeah.
Because you spend... Well, okay. I say this like everyone is like me. I spend a lot of time fretting, over everything. And
I think everybody does to an extent. I mean, I was getting nervous about some stuff too, having people over.
I think it's also because this is very opposite of us.
Yes.
To do things like this, but we have discovered that when it's the right people, it's worth it.
Exactly. And just because you're antisocial, are you antisocial with everybody, or are you antisocial with just people that aren't your people?
Right.
So, and we find out that we get along with a lot of people who have a lot in common with us. Mm-hmm. So that's always nice to see, and you can rekindle some old friendships that for people you haven't seen in a year or 2 years, and just pick up like it never changed.
Right.
So
this time we had amazing weather.
Yes.
It rained a little bit Friday night.
I think I asked a couple people that were camping outside, and I think they said it rained on and off for like 2 hours, and it was like light rain.
Yeah.
Friday night.
Like overnight. Right.
So from like midnight to 2.
Yeah. Which compared to other events we have had, that's nothing.
Yes. So the joke is, if we want it to rain, we just host something at our house.
Right.
So it does
like rain, like thunder and lightning and pour.
Yeah. Yes. To the point where we're walking around in like 6 inches of water down by the pond, and we have to quit doing what we're doing.
Right. So yeah, the weather was awesome. I mean, I can't think of anything that went wrong. I mean, nothing went wrong last time either, but everything felt a little bit more in control and just a little bit more streamlined.
Mm-hmm. We weren't all huddled underneath the tent.
Well, yeah, and I think I spent a lot more time just chatting and sitting and just being out there, where I think last time I feel like I was at the house. I think
last year we were doing a lot more food prep.
Yeah. And
this year we really micromanaged that. Like, you got all your breakfast prep work done by Thursday morning.
Yeah. So, and I really overmade, which is fine because we'll eat them, but yeah, it was kind of nice to see that I wasn't running out, like, at all.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we ran out of anything.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So that was a huge plus. I mean, we still had pork belly bites left. We still had hot dogs left. Mm. And this year I got really smart, and I brought the grill and the smoker down to the pond.
Yeah, because I think last time I must have air fried the hot dogs.
Yeah, I think you did.
Or something, where this time at least we were down there cooking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the hot dogs take like no time on the grill.
Right. But I mean, you go back and forth a couple times between the pond and our house.
It's a walk.
Those hills, it's, and trying to hurry, and your heart's pounding because it's like, oh my God, people are waiting, It's like, I know that we only charged $1, and we didn't have to do any of that, but we And we've always been like this. If you're coming over to our house, we're feeding you.
Yes.
And we know, I mean, people traveled way longer than I would have expected.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna, you know, you're not gonna be hungry, I would hope.
Right. And we try and do our best to accommodate everybody. So I know if certain people are coming next year, I know what we need to do ahead of time.
Yeah.
So, like, there's one thing we need to go out and grab, and that's a different kind of hot dog. So I get that. Next year, we'll have that here if we need to. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And then just kind of pay attention to everything. We did get one little tip about the outhouse.
Yeah.
So the outhouse worked perfect.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. That saved so much money. Like, having that outhouse here cut our budget for the event in half.
Yeah. And it's really just kind of a neat, like, I feel part of, like, everywhere we've gone has a composting outhouse.
Right.
And so it kind of feels like we kind of raised our location, you know, because it was something that we had worked for and planned on having. And
right. Absolutely.
It wasn't just a porta potty.
Right. And so we were able to save that money and put that money back into the event. So, all things said, I think it turned out great. We did change where we got the bacon from. We got the bacon at Costco this year.
Oh, the belly.
Yes. So, the pork belly, because I didn't like how I cut it last year. It was too fatty. And also we couldn't source it locally.
We had used all of the ones that we got. We made bacon with it.
Right.
And the one that was in the freezer was, I mean, we'll eat it eventually, but it had been in there for a little bit.
Yeah, it's not something I wanted to feed it. I mean, I still have to open it up and look at it, but I didn't want to pull that one out, cook it, and get a bad reputation for cooking that.
Yeah.
And honestly, the price of that, we couldn't beat the price of that pork belly.
Yeah.
So, we got that from Costco. Everybody loved it. I changed up what I did with that a little bit. Instead of doing hickory, I did cherry, so you get more of a sweeter taste to it. And, I mean, I think we ate, about 4 o'clock, give or take?
Yeah, something like that.
I started about 6. I think 6:30, I think is when I threw the pork belly on. I mean, that... everybody loved that. It was delicious.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice because it's like, it stayed on there. You know, and it was still getting just smoky. It wasn't like, oh God, if we don't eat it now, it's gonna, be dry or something.
Yeah, by noon it was up to temperature. So it was literally 4 hours of cube it up and let the barbecue just sit. Yeah. And babysit the coals.
And,
yeah. So, I mean,
yeah, that's a perfect main course.
Yeah. I think everybody loved it. And I think when we do the ham radio thing, I think instead of cooking the ham before, we just smoke it down at the pond the same way, run it on the smoker, because it's already cooked, so all we're doing is heating it up.
And do the same recipe and just cook it out there like that, or something else.
Yeah.
So
that way neither of us are up here messing with it. Bring hot dogs down there, and then we're not walking back and forth.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a good idea. So
yeah, but you were going on about the compost that you had a tip about. So
Tim mentioned that since Becky was here, she had a broom to clean off around the seat all the shavings, because shavings inevitably fall.
Yeah, because you're filling the bucket back up.
Right, and you don't want to get that in your underwear, because then you're scratching your butt or your legs for X amount of time during the event. So yes, 100% get that.
And it, if you think about it, it's been 3 years since we even used a composting outhouse. Yeah. At LFTN.
2.
Yeah.
Because it was 2 years ago we were there last.
But still, that's a long time to try and go, what was in there?
Yep. And then everybody said I was very smart for measuring the toilet in the house, because we have a standard height toilet, and the composting outhouse just clears the top of the bucket. Mm-hmm. So it's meant for short people.
Yes. Well, we are short people.
Yes.
So we apologize to the tall people. But
yes. So anybody who's tall, sorry, it's not chair height or taller. It's a normal height. It's like 14 inches.
Yeah, I don't know.
Off the ground. So, yeah, it fits us. We're not dangling, and the kids can use it.
Right. That was my big thing, because you were going to make it a certain size, and maybe it would have worked, but, just to have room to go in with a kid and be standing there, because, I take my kid into a porta potty, and it's like, is scooching, trying not to put my hand in anywhere, and yeah. So we used it, and it was perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. I do need to level it out more because I noticed it's getting kind of a bow to it, so I got to put some more bricks under it or something.
Oh, like underneath?
Yeah, just to kind of level things out and see if that'll help with the door. I sanded down the door a little bit before the event, so.
And you'd left a gap for airflow, and I think we need to put screening on that.
Yeah, Ashley mentioned that we need to get some screening up there so we don't get bugs in, so I got to figure that out. It'll probably just be...
even if you just staple it up there or something.
Yeah, it's probably what I'm going to do, staple it to the top.
Because when we paint, just paint over what's...
Right, but I can staple it right to the top header, all the way around. So that way... or even the side, and just paint over it, that's fine. So, but I'll figure something out. But yeah, it worked out perfect. I think for everybody that was here, I think I emptied it, changed it out 6 times.
Yeah. Which people were here from early Friday evening to middle of the day on Sunday.
Right, and we had 26 total. So that's...
we're not going to be doing that every weekend, so it's not like we're going to fly through those bags.
Right.
It could be months before we even really use it that much again.
Right. Really, we host, for sure 2 events a year?
Yeah, and field day, there's maybe 5 people here?
Yeah. So, and I'm gonna figure something out for guys, figure out a urinal situation for that. So we're not... Because I think that was most of the filling.
Yeah, just all the shavings.
Yeah. So I'm going to see if I can figure out that solution while I'm on vacation or something. Do something about that. So, but yeah, it's, I'm very, very happy with how that worked out.
Yeah.
The lights worked out perfect. I have them set where they're dim the whole time, all night long. And on motion, they go bright.
Yeah, you did have to turn that down a little bit. I haven't been in there at night yet to see. Yeah,
because somebody mentioned it's like the sun in there. And that was the blind person who even said that. So, Sarah, thank you for that comment. We fixed it. I just turned it down to as low as it will go with the brightness. But outside, it's still full brightness. And we have it on just so you can see it. You're not in there waving your hand. The light doesn't go off on you.
Right.
Because that's the one thing I hate about motion lights, where you're sitting in the dark.
Well, it was just... I remember that happening once at one of them, and it was just kind of scary. It's pitch black in there.
Yeah.
And all I picture are all them spiders going, oh, that person's gone. We can come out. And then the light comes on, and they're all out. And it's it wasn't like that, but that's why it was in my head for that 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah. 100% get it. So, but yeah, that worked out good. I'll post a link to the affiliate link to that too, because I like those lights. We may have to get some more for that. Maybe put them out by the rabbits or something.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, it was really nice to see people that we hadn't seen in a while. Fred and Sarah came up from Indiana. We got to see Becky again. Amy came down from Farmers Kind of Life. And
along
that was
with Ashley.
Yeah, with Ashley. That was really nice because we knew she was coming, but
yes, we were very, very hush about it because Amy wanted to come down as Amy.
Yep,
100% understand that.
Yeah.
So we wanted to keep it quiet, let her say it if she wanted to, and then some of you all kind of figured it out through the putting two and two together where she's talking about getting rabbits, and then we have rabbits that are ready. Yes, there were 2 confirmed situations of somebody guessing that's exactly what was going to happen. So
yeah, she took a trio of rabbits home with her.
So
one of Thor's litters, and he looks just like Thor, our big daddy buck.
Yeah, just like him.
Yeah, and then the one that Cookie had, and then she had lost her whole litter except for that one. This is the one we brought inside and took care of it and revived it, and then gave it to Coco to take care of.
Right, which is our original doe.
Yeah, and it's really pretty. That's the blue.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So she took that one, and then
a black out of that litter.
Okay, and then a black out of Coco's litter.
So...
which is our original doe.
Right, so she got from our original stock, at least the male, at least one of our rabbits was original, that, helped out with those kids. So, but yeah, it's going to be, I am really excited to see what she does with that.
Yeah.
So she's got the names all figured out.
And it's neat that she took the ones that have a story behind them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. So she's got them all named. Go follow her if you want to see them.
Yep.
She's already posted pictures up. So make sure you go give her a follow on her social if you are not following her already.
Yeah.
It's a farmer's kind of life, and she's pretty much everywhere. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm super excited. She's probably, 9 weeks? So she's probably 4 months from breeding.
Yeah.
Which isn't too bad.
Which will be nice because it'll be in the fall.
Mm-hmm. Yep, then she'll get her first litter December, January.
Yep.
So, somewhere in that range.
Yep. But yeah, it was really nice to see Tim and Becky again. Mm-hmm. They're the ones why we did this last year.
Right, and the reason why we did it this year again. So
yeah. Yeah, we appreciate them stopping here. We try and make it as chill.
Yes.
There's no, I think you did a rabbit processing.
Yes, that is the only thing I planned.
And it wasn't like, okay, it's 1 o'clock. It was just, hey, does anybody want to see it? Okay.
Right.
And it was just real laid back.
We waited until all the confirmed ticket holders were here. Mm-hmm. And then I just said, hey, I loaded up the coals on the smoker so I don't have to go babysit it for a little bit. Does anybody want to see how to process a rabbit? And I pulled a rabbit out, dispatched, skin, clean out, the whole 9 yards, step by step, went through everything that we do. Mm-hmm. And a couple people that have processed chickens came up to me after the fact and said, now I understand why you guys raise rabbits instead of chickens all the time. Mm-hmm. Because you're not pulling out all the equipment.
Yeah, there's nothing. Everything you need is already attached to the wall.
Right. The only thing I had to go find was the cutters for the feet.
Yeah.
But that is standard. Now they're sitting on top of the hutch.
Yeah.
So, as long as I don't lose them between now and then.
That's just one thing that we just lose all the time.
Yeah.
Are those cutters.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no plucker, no turkey fryer.
Right.
No hose, nothing.
Yeah. Super easy. I think I had it done in about 15 minutes. But I wanted to go step by step so at least Amy could see how it was done. Mm-hmm. And that was the whole point. We processed one that was early, but the one that was early we had tried, was having issues thriving anyway. Mm-hmm. So it was not really a big loss on us. It was about 3 to 4 weeks early. So it's a little small. We're gonna hold on to it. It's in the fridge outside.
Yeah, it'll be dinner tomorrow.
So, but yeah, it should be really nice. Mm-hmm. I went over things you can do with the hides, the tails, the feet, the ears. Just everything you can use a rabbit for. And then I ended up actually giving the leftovers to the chickens.
Which the chickens do not like the tail. The tail is still out there.
Oh, they were playing around with it a little bit. Okay. So, But I don't think they ate it.
It was funny because even somebody later came up and said, "What is that fuzzy thing in there?" It's like, oh, we processed a rabbit.
Yeah. Well, was that anybody from the event, or was that after the fact?
It must have been after you. I don't think they were here when you did the processing.
Oh, so that was...
I'm not positive who it was.
It was probably Carl.
Maybe.
And his wife.
I don't know who I was up there with.
So... Or it was...
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. But either way... Yeah, went over raising rabbits. Anybody that had questions, we went over and answered all that. We had the ham radio stuff out, but we weren't really playing with it because we got the huge solar storm.
Mm-hmm.
Friday night, oh my God. I don't know if anybody was able to see the Northern Lights.
It's still not checked off on my bucket list.
It's close.
It was really cool.
Right. So I could see them with the naked eye in the clouds. And about 10:15, I look up and I go, I'm surprised we can still see the sunset this late. Because it was like the dark red.
Yeah.
Like you would see on the bottom of the clouds. I'm like, it's been dark for like an hour and a half. You shouldn't see that. And I'm looking at it again and I'm like, all right. And I kind of mentioned it to everybody, and then everybody kind of looked up and started looking around. And then all of a sudden Ashley looks up and goes, "That's the Northern Lights." So I took a picture. We posted all the pictures we took. And then we walked down to the end of the lane to go check it out. That was cool.
Well, I think I saw more when we were by the pond than when we walked down. So I don't know if things like shifted in that time.
Could be. But yeah, we took all of our pictures, got everything, and then it just could be the way it was, clouds moving in. But she told us exactly what to look for. So Ashley, thank you for that, because I know you have seen them a lot, and we had never seen them. So now we know what we're looking for. But it was kind of fun walking all the way back in the dark.
It's dark back there.
Oh, yeah. So the only time I ever walk back there in the dark is in the morning before deer season. I think that's the first time you've ever walked back there pitch black.
It is.
So, we didn't have the kids. The kids were out with the grandparents, so there was no way the kids would have done that.
No.
But it worked out perfect.
Yeah, I mean, just the timing of being out there already.
Right.
And having this event going on and seeing it with all these people was just really neat.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's somebody, I saw a social media thing get posted today, somebody's wedding photos.
Oh, really?
Underneath the Northern Lights.
Cool.
So that would be something special.
Yeah, we don't see it very often here.
No. But now that I know you actually have, if you take a picture of it, it's easier to see on your phone.
But even like
to see what you're looking at.
Even a couple, maybe even last summer, I don't even know when I went up to the cornfield. Even then, it's, I knew that if you took a picture, you'd be able to see it, and there wasn't anything.
Right, and it just all depends on where it is.
Yeah,
and it was a pretty big storm. Like, they were to the south of us.
Yeah, and they kept saying the next 2 nights, it'll be like that tonight, that tonight, and then it would just kind of fade away. And
Yep.
So, yeah, it was really good timing.
Yeah, it was perfect. So, in fact, the kids weren't here. We saw it. We were up late. We were outside.
Yeah.
We turned all the lights off. So.
Yeah, and just being with a bunch of people that were here.
Exactly. So, it was a lot of fun. And then we also spent probably a good 45 minutes to an hour going down the lane with Ashley, and she kind of walked us through what we all have back there.
Yeah, so I have a couple more things to pay attention to. I think there was gooseberry.
Yep, gooseberry and wild grapes. So that's cool.
Yeah.
It was nice to have somebody that is a little bit more knowledgeable than us, because we know about the elderberry, we know about the Lilia Valley.
The black raspberries.
Yeah, we found all that.
Mulberries.
Yeah, we found all the mulberries. And And there's regular raspberries back there, I think she said. Or are they black?
They're black raspberries. I have found at least one vine, I don't know if you call them vines, but like of blackberries, but I didn't see them yet.
Okay.
So I'll have to see when everything's kind of blooming where that was. I can't remember where that was.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll figure it out as things...
But we have regular raspberries.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we'll have to get a net.
I do have a net.
You do have a net? Okay.
Yes.
So we'll have to get that on there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that... So we're talking about the cicadas coming. I don't know if they'll bother them. They don't eat when they're here, when they're out.
Right, but I'm more worried about the June beetles. Because eventually those will come out.
Yeah, and I think they're getting flowers, so I think I should be okay. But maybe no, I want the flowers
You want the flowers to pollinate, and then...
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about the June bugs.
Yeah, because you need them to pollinate on the elderberry, because we covered them too early one year.
Right, and I didn't cover them last year.
Yeah.
And I still got a lot.
Yeah.
So it's just paying attention and getting out there before the birds get all the berries.
Yep, and we found the big stash all the way down at the end.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll see if we can get to that.
Yeah, I never cleaned that up to get through there, but we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. So, yeah. What else you got with the event?
It was just really nice. I mean, this the stuff that you randomly learn. Like, from Ashley again, we were talking about that we're going to process our old layers. And they homeschool, so we were talking about, oh yeah, we had to do one time, so we looked at all the eggs inside, and she said, oh, those are perfect for making noodles. And I would never have thought of using those yolks to make noodles. So now I'm really excited because I like making noodles. I mean, I have to be able to use those eggs because we're going to process all of our older ladies and then get new chicks.
Right.
So we'll have 6, maybe 6.
Yeah, somewhere around there. So, and we'll see how it goes. If they have enough meat on them, awesome.
Well, right, but I mean, at least we know, to use those yolks.
Right.
And even if we just breast them out and skin them or something.
Yeah, and I know we still have those 5 birds from Sorrells coming. Later this year. So, even if we don't end up putting those guys in the freezer.
But I still think I'm hoping we could at least get something like even just smaller chicken breasts.
Yeah, I think we're gonna skin them this year.
Yeah, just so we're not having to.
I don't want to deal with the plucker.
Yeah.
So the plucker is meat birds if we're doing a dozen of them.
Right.
But it's a pain to drag out.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, just being able to sit and chit chat.
And then you get the funny stuff, like somebody having to call home and put their ducks to bed.
Yes.
Because they're not listening.
Yes. But where better could that be done than at a homesteading event?
Exactly. And I laughed my ass off.
Yeah. And then, there's always you're not a real homesteader if.
Yeah.
And we were talking about, all the homemade stuff that we had down there. And I said, well, we've got the pork belly, but I hand purchased those.
Yes.
So they were hand purchased. So that was the big thing of, I bought it with my own hands.
Yes. And my own money. No,
yes.
Sorry, your husband's
money. Oh, yeah, my husband's money. Because I don't make any money. Yeah. And really I don't, because Etsy is not Etsying.
Well, Etsy is... No, Etsy... Is Etsy under me?
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's not even my money.
Oh, so there you go.
Yeah, because it's under your tax number. Because I'm a lowly housewife from the 50s.
Yeah, that was funny.
So yeah, I mean, it's just the stuff that isn't even... It's just the jokes that come out of being together for 3 days. And yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, you get the one running joke at night, and it's like, okay, that's the one all weekend long.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's been tough transitioning back into normal everyday life, because for so long all you're thinking of is, oh yeah, I want to do this, oh let me add this to my list, and you're just, it's a running thought of just getting ready, and then it's over and it's like
yeah
now I need to
and then there's the rough part of tearing everything down.
Yes, that's like the worst part.
Yes,
because the weather was awesome, because Sunday it was getting up to 80.
Yeah.
And it was getting pretty humid.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when we were taking all the stuff down and cleaning up. And
yeah, I think we were done
probably by noon.
Yeah, we were done cleaning up down by the pond by noon. I think you and I came in and sat inside for a couple hours, and then we went out and unloaded the truck. Because we always take the truck down when we're bringing everything down to the pond.
Yeah.
And then when we are done, we bring everything back up with the truck, so we're not making
a million
50 different trips trying to get down there,
because it's right next door, but it's a hike. Especially going up those little hills.
It's 100 yards probably. So,
and carrying stuff back and forth is
I think if I remember, I think it's 110 yards from the pond to our house.
Yeah, we did measure that, right?
Yes,
because that was
because he's legal to
shoot
goose hunt down there. He's 100 yards from the closest occupied building.
Yeah. And that was another thing, too, is where we have the event is our neighbor Craig's property.
Yeah.
And last year, he came out a little bit.
Yeah.
And then afterwards was like, wow, that's a really great, group of people. This year, he was out there almost the whole time.
Yeah. If he was home, he was down there.
Yeah. So it was really nice, because we always tell him, like, it's, you're more than welcome. Like, it's not like you have to stay in your house.
Right. Come down.
Yeah.
Have a drink.
It was nice.
Eat.
And he really enjoyed everybody.
Yeah. And he realizes that everybody in the homestead community isn't your normal person. They're not a bunch of assholes. Mm-hmm. They respect everything. They make sure everything's all taken care of.
Yeah.
And he likes that.
Yeah.
And it makes him feel better because somebody's using the pond and having fun.
Mm-hmm. And he gets stuff out of it.
Oh, yeah.
He always afterwards is like, this is all the stuff I learned,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And he also will come down and help the kids fish. Mm-hmm. I mean, our youngest, who is scared to death of just about anything when it comes to fishing.
No, she's always liked fishing.
Okay.
It's the oldest one that's now scared of everything.
So the youngest caught like a 24-inch catfish.
Yeah.
That thing was big.
Yeah.
And so Craig, Craig has his trick of he'll feed the catfish with the kids around, and then he'll toss a line in so the girls can fish a little bit. Mm-hmm. And that thing was massive.
Yeah, she loved it.
Nobody helped her bring it in.
Yeah, I think he helped kind of pull it out of the water.
Right.
But she was reeling it in herself. Mm-hmm. And then bright and early the next morning, we're going fishing today, right? It's like, wait, we got to get, we still got stuff to do. But we went out there back fishing later. And she wasn't nearly as excited because there was not a whole lot biting. But...
And then I caught a bluegill.
Yeah.
So.
But still, I mean, the kids had fun. There were some kids here, and they always have fun just running around.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They caught a frog.
A lot of frogs.
Yeah. And they put the frog down, and then they had to chase the frog around and catch the frog. Yeah. That was one of the games they were playing.
Yep.
So. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to the next one.
Yeah.
So, but we'll change a few things up. I know we got the broom for the outhouse. That's the biggest thing, biggest piece of feedback that we got.
Yeah.
And then I think the smartest thing to do is just cook everything down there.
Yeah.
If we don't have to do the prep work like breakfast ahead of time.
Right, and that was super easy. I mean, I heated those up in the oven. Mm-hmm. I got up, early enough that there was enough time.
Right. I'm almost wondering if we could heat those up on the grill down.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's things that, like, if we had, a bigger budget, it would be nice to have a coffee maker that could be plugged in down there.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just the 12 cup where I'm filling up a thing and bringing that down there, it worked fine.
Mm-hmm. But
you have a bunch more people, and that goes quick.
Right. Well, I mean, we can look into one of those things.
Yeah, I mean, that would be like
it's a coffee urn. So you got to we'll have to talk to Nicole and see which one she uses.
Because is that a percolator? I don't know. Is that
I don't remember.
I have no idea. But that's one of the things where it was like, it would be kind of nice to just have it be down there and making coffee. But you got to think, like, when else would I use this? Is it worth... Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. I know, if I remember, I think hers uses a pound of coffee.
Yeah.
I'll have to jump in and ask her.
Yeah. I'm sure there's different sizes. I have no idea.
Right.
I mean, we've got power down there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody just got to get up at 4, so whoever's first one up in the morning, turn it on, because it's going to take an hour or two to do it. So
yeah. But yeah, this year I made cold brew ahead of time, and had it in a glass jar that had a spigot on it. So that worked out great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty easy to carry down. I had a little bit of that, so... I don't drink a lot of coffee when it comes to these events, especially when it's hot out.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of people live off of coffee.
Well, it's cold enough in the morning where it's like you just...
Yeah. It was cold a couple of the mornings. Mm-hmm. I think Saturday it was in the high 40s, low 50s.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I don't think we'd want to go much earlier in the year than now.
I wouldn't. Because we still have a possibility of frost.
I think we're at the date. We're now. But yeah, I mean, it's like this week.
Mm-hmm. So we'll have to get the gardens uncovered.
Yeah, so now that we're back to real life, the next thing is uncover the garden. We got to till it.
Yep.
We have a new tool.
Yeah, we have the garden weasel or whatever it is.
To kind of, because with the, what is that thing called?
Broad fork.
The broad fork. It does a really good job, but I noticed it's very big pieces, and it was really hard to plant. I want that, smoother dirt. So I'm hoping this other weasel thing will help kind of break up the bigger pieces.
It should.
So that's the next thing.
Yeah, just give it to the kids and let them work on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed last year we did have some grubs, so we got to get some stuff.
Yeah, we'll get that probably tomorrow when this podcast. Yeah. When this comes out, we're going and we're finally replacing the toilet in our house this week.
Yes. And I'll leave the refrigerator story for next week.
Yeah, so yeah. We have a new fridge coming.
Yes.
We have a new toilet coming.
Because we should have, come this Friday will be even more of an update. Depending on if the repairman does what he says. So, yeah, we'll talk about that next time.
Yep. So, yeah, we're waiting on the end of this week to update that, but there is a reason there is a new fridge coming.
Yes.
So, that was handled Monday night.
Yep.
So, that'll be here early next week.
Yep.
So, but yeah, we got some fun plans for next weekend. We'll have some fun with the kids. And then I got the week off to start working on some projects. Because I think there's a pretty good honey-do list.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
I got to fix a few things. I got to fix 3 ATVs.
Yeah, and a chicken run.
Yeah. Sell a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next week is busy. It's not really a vacation.
No. It's a working vacation.
Exactly. The best kind that we have around here.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
But yeah, anything else we got?
I think that's it.
Okay. All right. We will see you guys next time.
All right. See you on the homestead, where something is always growing, eating, or cooking.